What's going on, guys? Rob from the Collectors here. I am going to announce episodes 4 giveaway winner. What you had to do is comment, like, and subscribe to our channel. I already checked if these are subscriptions, they were subscribed and everything. So we're just gonna pick from random number generator, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna go here, type in 5 because that's how many participants we had, and we're gonna generate. And number 5 won, Cole Clark. My favorite Pokemon is Sableye. I've never heard anyone say their favorite Pokemon is Sableye, but Sableye has a really great shiny. That's all I'm about. All the shinies, and the gold shinies are cool. So, Cole Clark, you will be DM'd and contacted, and we will get your card out to you shortly.
Well, let it fall, let it fall. Today I don't plan on going outside at all, no.
What's up, everybody? We're back for episode 5. My name's Ridge, and this is Rob. Together, we are the Crelectors. This is our Poke Podcast where we discuss Pokemon cards and the hobby. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at the Crelectors. Like this video and subscribe. Let your friends know who has the best Pokemon podcast around. And we just want to say that we appreciate everybody who has supported us so far. And yeah, let's get right into it. Oh, also, I'm still a black box, guys. I'm working on getting a camera, sorry. First segment today, again, is going to be I Choose You. This is where we compare topics of Pokemon, whether it be a specific Pokemon, a whole set, certain card types. We have to choose one of the options and explain why we like that choice better. Today, we're going to be discussing the whole sets, Darkness Ablaze, and Vivid Voltage. And I'll just hop right in. I'll take Darkness Ablaze, and that is at no way a jab at Vivid Voltage. I've actually come to like Vivid Voltage a lot, but what can I say? I'm a fan of the underdog, and I think Darkness Ablaze is slept on. So Darkness Ablaze has that obvious Charizard, which would probably be most people's reason for why you would get some Darkness Ablaze, the VMAX. But there's actually a lot of other great cards in the set. They actually have 16 cards that are above $5 raw at market price. So, oh wow, $5, but there actually are really nice cards there. All the way up, they have 5 gold cards. 2 of them are Pokemon, 3 of them are trainers. They got the Rillaboom Gold and the Colossal Gold, which I'll get into later. The Turbo Patch, Capture Energy, and Big Parasol for their items. I think gold cards are going to go up, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. And you can't forget that there's another Charizard in Darkness Ablaze. Charizards always do well over time, and I think that Charizard V is getting slept on a lot. I think that'd be a good pickup right now. They also have 5 Rainbow Secret Rares. 4 of them are Pokemon, Rillaboom, and Teleon Cinderace. Their VMAX regulars arts are cool, and even the Vs, they have those 2 awesome Crobats. So overall, I really think that Darkness Ablaze just got overshadowed by Champion's
Yep.
Path Charizards, and now we're looking at Champion's Path like, ugh, this set isn't really that good outside of the Charizards. And if you guys have been following us, you know I learned that the hard way. But how about you, Rob? You taking Darkness Ablaze?
Darkness Ablaze. I really like Darkness Ablaze. Charizard VMAX. I actually picked up a couple a while back. Charizard is my favorite Pokemon. It always has been. And with I always forget that there's a Charizard V in there too. Great set. It's still in rotation. You can still it's still readily available. 16 cards above market price, above $5 is actually really good because a pack is what, 3 to 4, 5-ish dollars. Like, if you pull one of those 16 cards, you make your money back. So that's really good. And then Rillaboom is going to be a favorite. Charizard's a favorite. And then all the other cards are the great. They have great artworks. But I'm actually going to go with Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage hasn't been too good to me. I've opened up like 4 booster boxes, 3 TBs. Didn't get a single Pikachu VMAX. But seeing other people pull this set, like Ridge, he pulled all the cards that I wanted to pull. Pikachu VMAX, then the Alistair, which is a really cool card. But the reason why I picked Vivid Voltage is, 1, it's readily available. 2, there are a bunch of chase cards. They have two gold cards, one gold Obstagoon, shiny Obstagoon, and then one Oranguru, which is shiny as well. And then you have the Chunky Chew VMAX Pikachu. Then you have the Chunky Chew VMAX Pikachu Rainbow Rare, which is like a 1 in 1,000 chance to get. And the resale value is just through the roof for that card. You get Pikachu, you get a Rainbow Rare, you get a VMAX. Like, it's just all in one. And then on top of that, in the set, you get amazing rares, which you get a Celebi, Raikou, Zacian, Zamazenta, and Rayquaza. And 65% of those are big hitters. Celebi, Rayquaza, like, long term, those cards are going to be awesome. The first of their kind in English. Um, Rayquaza is always proven to provide value. There's a Lugia Hollow in it, which is another pull card that you can get. Reverse Hollow Charizard and regular non-hollow Charizard. Both great cards as well to get. Just the resale value is around the pack price, so you make your money back if you get just a regular non-hollow rare. And then we have full art trainers. We have a Leon, Beauty, Pokemon Center Lady, Bia, Nessa, Alistair. Great lineup right there. All great artworks. All have their own rainbow rare as well. I'm a big fan of the non-rainbow rare trainers. They just the colors are better, and you can actually see the character more. I know they're a little bit rare, but I like the artwork better than that. And then on top of that all, you have a Pikachu V. I actually pulled this card. I got this set on Monday before the Friday release, and I pulled this card, and I didn't know the price of it, didn't know any of it. And I just saw this card. I was like, wow, this is a great artwork. This is going to be worth something. So I actually put it aside actually, and sent it to PSA. And now the card's going for $50, $60 raw. So this is a great set to get into, because it's semi readily available. I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming out with another wave of this release within the next month or two. So definitely rip open some Vivid Voltage.
Yeah, I gotta agree with everything you said. It's a great set. Love the amazing rares. I definitely agree on the full art statement. I love the regular arts much better than the secrets. So yeah, you killed that. Both great sets, I would say.
Yeah, both
So
are
let's
awesome.
move on. Oh, and guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe as well so you can be updated when we post new videos. It means a lot to us. It really would mean the world. And also if you follow us on Instagram at the Crelectors, then you would have heard a little bit of what I'm about to get into here before we release the podcast. That's where you're gonna get a lot of information from us faster. So I would definitely follow us over there. So right now I'll get into PokeVesting. This is where we will discuss where we're looking to put our money, whether it's into vintage, graded, new sealed, or raw cards. I've been wanting to get this on record for a long time. I
Yep.
feel very strongly about this. I am 100% ready to go down with the ship if does not turn out to be what I'm saying. And I will have no problem being on that sinking ship. So for Poke Vesting, I'm going to talk about gold cards right now. I think that they're being very much overlooked. Last night, I bought a Colossal Gold for $20. I'm surprised that it's still at that price raw where you can get it. I snagged it off of an auction, so it wasn't a buy it now price. They are a little higher if it's a buy it now, but traditionally they're a low pull rate raw and a low rate graded. Um, which is very important. It just makes it a good collectible item for people because when there's less supply, there's usually more demand that follows. And a big part of the reason why I think it's being overlooked is because of the history of gold cards. So I spent a good amount of time the other night looking into when did gold cards get introduced into the trading card game. What were the first Pokemon? And what I've came to find was that they've been in the card game for a long time, but mostly as trainers and not with this specific uh texture of the gold that the cards have now. They weren't as nice way back when, and these new gold cards like Galarian Berserker and Frostmoth, which were the first Pokemon, really have a different shine to them. They really are so much nicer. The texture on them's amazing. Um, so the Pokemon Gold cards are fairly new, and that's why I think that they're being slept on, just because they haven't been around for that long, so they haven't had that much time for the price to skyrocket yet, and people to really realize how low the pull on them are and how much they should be chasing them. Uh, so not only are they beautiful cards, but also every single Pokemon that's a gold is also a shiny art. So if you look at what's happening with the old Shining Legends cards right now, a lot of people are looking for those cards. People love shiny Pokemon. People love shiny Pokemon cards. So that is a huge part in why I love the gold cards so much, because they do such a good job of the shiny art on the gold cards. Um and I think that what it's going to take, and Rob really helped me realize this the other night when we were talking, I think it's going to take the right Pokemon. I think once they put a shiny Rayquaza Gold, a shiny
Oof.
Lugia Gold,
Oh my
a
god.
shiny Charizard Gold, a shiny Pikachu Gold, all it's going to take is one of those big hitters for people to then realize, wait, these have been out for a while. Oh, this is a good place to be investing. So if you get there before that moment happens in the hobby, I think it can be really good for an investment and a place to put your money.
Yeah, so with those big hitters, I think we'll talk about it in the next segment, but there is one coming in the next couple of sets. But my Pokevesting advice would be base set Sun and Moon. The reason why is because one, base set in any set is does well. Base set X and Y is ranging. Pretty sure it's like 900 to $1,000 a box. Vintage base sets. They always do well. They're the first of their kind, and it's it's just a great place to put when they are about to rotate out. So Sun and Moon base set. I know you see it probably everywhere in every box right now, but um, they are going to rotate out soon. The booster box is still readily available, but I don't think they're going to be printing that anytime soon. It's been a couple of years since that release. Um, they're still fairly cheap. They do have great full art trainers. Full art trainers are skyrocketing right now. And like Rich said, it's probably based on a little bit of hype, a lot of hype. But I do think they will hold, especially the ones in the Sun and Moon era, just because to me, that's when the full art started to be desirable. Um, and then in that set, there's also, I believe, Lapras, Umbreon, and Espeon, full arts, rainbow rares, which are a lot of people's favorite Pokemons. Evolutions always hit good. So it's a great set to get in now, because I believe the booster box is around 125, 160 ish, depending on where you live. Which is a good price for a booster box. It's on the lower side, but I believe that will go up, just because, again, it's base set, good full arts, good trainers, and I think it'll hold its value. So
Yeah, I really like that take. I agree with the full arts too. Think it's a little hype, but I think that they can stick. It really
yeah,
comes down to the card and the art on it, because they do feature some really cool artworks. Awesome. Let's move on. Next we're gonna be doing our last segment is battle styles being overlooked.
oof.
Are we sleeping? Will we keep sleeping because of Shining Fates? I think it's a good conversation. So Rob, you want to take the lead on this, or you want me to go?
I'll take a couple jabs at it.
Awesome.
So battle styles, it was announced a little after Shining Fates, and the only thing we had was the change of the addition of Rapid Strike and Single Strike, which is mostly for competitive. It's a play style for the actual TCG. Now, in a collector's head, an investor's head, with just that knowledge, you're saying, oh, this set is just for the TCG. It's meant to change the way it's played, change competitive. So there's not really a lot of collectability for that. With that said, as the weeks went on, and they kept releasing newer cards that were going to be released in that set, I believe the Japan set just came out. They showed the cards that are going to be coming out. There's alternative arts. I'll let Rich talk about the gold cards. And it just looks like a very good set. And with Shining Fates coming a month before it, I don't think anyone is going to even look at Battle Styles until, Shining Fates is released and we see the first wave of it. And then when it creeps closer, I think that's when people are going to start caring about Battle Styles.
Yeah, I think you hit it perfectly. I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. Um, the TCG relevance is really what we heard at first, so it was nothing make you excited, especially when you have something like Shining Fates dropping right before. I mean, people are just saying that this is gonna be the best Pokemon set that has ever been released. Very similar to Hidden Fates, which we know everybody loves, and it's tough to battle with that. And we were speaking about full art trainers previously. Battle Styles has recently released that they're gonna have two full art trainers and potentially more, but those arts came out and they look really cool. Those will definitely be chase cards for people the way that full art trainers have been being chased after and purchased. They released a Venusaur and Blastoise box. I personally love the arts on both of those. That was a fairly early release, and I was like, "Oh, that's good for Battle Styles, you know? That might be the only thing that people are really gonna be chasing after." It's gonna be interesting to see how the booster box does and the ETBs. And then you take another look at it. They're introducing a new legendary Pokemon, Urshifu, Rapid Strike and Single Strike version of him with V's and V Maxes. Legendaries, some flop and some do well. From what I've seen, she or Shifu looks really cool in most of the arts, in my opinion. That legendary is also going to have a type of style attached directly to him that will increase relevance. So we'll have to see um how that works and what other platforms they introduce Urshifu to, uh like the games and movies and shows. That always helps. I haven't seen anything with that. And recently they said and showed Gold Houndoom and
Oh.
Octillery that will be in Battle Styles, and I cannot wait to get both of those cards. I need the Gold Houndoom now. If anybody has it, hit me up. I will buy it from you right now. It is sick, and that just builds on what I was talking about earlier. Maybe Houndoom is that Pokemon that makes gold cards go crazy. I don't think he's the one that's gonna make it as crazy as what I was talking about earlier, but I think that he's a step in the right direction, because a lot of people like that Pokemon. Is really cool, and his shiny is awesome. He's blue. It looks awesome. Rob touched on the alternate arts, the Tyranitar and Empoleon. That's just another checkbox for Battle Styles as a whole. And exactly basically what Rob says is, I'm not even going to repeat it. You guys heard it. I agree exactly on his take with it. So I would say it's being overlooked as of right now.
When's the last time we had alternative arts in a set? Was it Team Up or was it Cosmic Eclipse? I think
Trying to think of the specific card. What's the Cosmic Eclipse alternate art?
Cosmic Eclipse is the Palkia, the three legendaries. Palkia, what's Arceus and
Arceus and Dialga?
Dialga, yeah. Remember the stone ones? And then there's a three. Is that from Cosmic Eclipse?
Yes.
So I think, alternative arts, especially in team up with the Mimikyu and the Gengar and then the Tyranitar and the Sableye, alternative arts always do well. because there's the regular card that you can get, and then the even rarer version of that card is the alternative art. And then the alternative art is usually like a really cool alternative art. And with the Phalanx and Empoleon one, and then the Tyranitar, and I think it's just Tyranitar. He's just like food drunk on the ground. They're just cool
Yeah.
cards. They're different, and different always does well in the TCG, in terms of collectability. And I don't know if there's any more. Those two have stuck out to me. But you never know with the English set. The English set could add a couple cards, um, because they do more or less than the Japan sets. So you never know until it comes closer. But overall, I think Battle Styles it's looking like a great set. We need to know more about the English version. It's good to get into just because it is the first of the Rapid Strike and Single Strike. So if you want to open up a booster box, I'm sure you'll benefit from it, regardless of you're gonna get some new cards. In terms of investing in it, we just gotta keep an eye on it. We gotta see what the English set brings. And then a lot of people are going to be focusing on Shining Fates, so you might have a chance right now to get Battle Styles pre-order or something for a very low price, just because everyone's like Shining Fates, Shining Fates, Shining Fates. I got to spend all this money on Shining Fates, and then Battle Styles is just kind of left there. So that's what I got to say about Battle Styles.
So with that being said, it's gonna be easy to get your hands on Battle Styles, right?
Yes, I believe that with those boxes, maybe not Venusaur and Blastoise, just because they are starters, they're VMAXs, they're cool, they're different. Those have a little bit of collectability to it. But like booster boxes of Battle Styles, I think are going to be those booster boxes that are resale value or around like right when they come out, or pre-orders are going to be right around like what retail should be. So.
Being the first, even sorry to interrupt
No, you're
you.
good.
Being the first even to the store and not necessarily even having to pre-order, knowing that it may just be readily available, but being the first to pull the trigger at the retail store could be a good move before everybody eventually does that, because there's no more Shining Fates available,
Yeah.
starts opening it and realizes it's a good set. You can really kind of probably beat the masses to that.
Yeah, personally, that Golden Houndoom is I
Thick.
when you mentioned the gold cards, I wasn't really a fan of them. Not in terms of the collectability, but just in terms of the artwork. The Golden Obscune is pretty much my favorite one. In terms of the last couple ones that came out. But this Golden Houndoom, I believe, will be like the start of what you said. The gold card, revolution. And I think it's just going to get better and better from there. Imagine like a blue Ditto gold card, or shiny
Oof.
VMAX Charizard gold card. Like
Oof.
that would
Oh my
break
god.
that would break Pokemon.
That would be
It'd break it.
crazy.
That
That'd be
set
so sick.
that set would be 10 times what Shining Fates is. Like
Yeah.
it would be ridiculous. So there's a lot of
And
room for gold cards.
yeah, I agree too. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I should set the record straight. The first couple of Pokemon Gold cards, I'm not psyched about the Galarian Berserker or the Frostmoth. I'm a little more psyched about the Colossal and Rillaboom than Rob is.
Hmm.
I think mostly because I like Rillaboom a lot, and I think starters usually hold decent. And for me, Colossal is new, but is kind of a cool Pokemon. Like I remember the day I came across him in the video game Sword and Shield. I was like, what is this? This is sick. So for me that stuck, but I do agree it's nothing crazy. And then Obstagoon is really cool. Orangaru's art is pretty sick. And that's basically where I'm getting. I see it trending up and them doing a better and better job with it as they move forward. Exactly. And then this Houndoom kind of just solidifies that. So it's that's interesting. It so you don't really like the Rillaboom gold card?
I like it. I just first of all, I don't know enough about Rillaboom. Second of all, the artwork, all the gold artworks are very similar. Well, they're getting better, but they're very similar with just a Pokemon, shiny Pokemon within a gold card. And like you said when you were mentioning the gold cards, I think it's just about not just, but I think it's heavily about the card, the Pokemon inside the card or on the card. So once they start putting more, because they have Frostmoth, Berserker, in my opinion, I don't know who likes Frostmoth or Berserker. Um,
Me either.
I think they're cool, but like I I don't want a gold Frostmoth. Um,
They are the top of that set, not for nothing. I think they actually just because of full art trainers, I think Sonya just went up above them. But that's something to think about. It's not a
yeah.
great set, Rebel Clash, but that they are the chase cards in a set. But I hear you 100% on that.
So once they start putting desired Pokemon on gold cards, which in due time it's gonna happen. It's gonna be all over. It's just Lugia, like you said, Charizard, any of the starters. If they bring back an older set and make a gold card out of Blastoise, like it's just gonna be awesome. So it's just
So,
in due time with the Pokemon on the gold cards, and
so
then
how do you think? Sorry.
they're good.
How do you think that that will affect something like maybe not the Galarian Berserker or Frostmoth, but you think that will have positive effects on a Colossal and a Rillaboom? Because there's got to be people out there that like those Pokemon,
I
and
think
the population on those are super low.
so. What I think is when one so if they bring in one really collectible gold card, a lot of people are going to want to collect all of the gold cards. So if they bring out a shiny Lugia gold card and they see this card, they're going to be like, "Oh, I want to build a set around the gold cards." So then they just start buying up all the gold cards.
Yep.
So I just think it's going to take that one Pokemon, and Houndoom's going to light the fuse. But I think this year is going to be the year where gold cards, they start making really cool Pokemon on these gold cards.
I hope so. So what I personally feel will happen is something similar to the full art trainers. What happened?
Yeah.
I mean, previous to a couple months ago, that I mean, were some cool ones, moderately valuable, but nothing like how it is now. And all it really took was some light shined on it, and you know, took off.
Hmm.
Awesome. Sick. So, real quick before we leave, and everybody who stayed this far and watched this far, thank you very much. Just make sure that you check us out on Instagram, on TikTok, like, subscribe this video. It helps us out a lot. But for those who stayed, let's talk about something that we probably should have introed in, which is the obvious Pikachu delivery sold for 15K. Was it 15K, Rob?
14.
$14,000. That is something we should talk about because
So I'm pretty sure it was a fake buyer.
me
Um,
too.
I'm pretty sure. Like I looked it up, and it's a lot of people have been diving deep into it. The buyer was zero feedback. I don't think they even paid it yet. But for me, that's just $14,000 for that card it's not realistic, and a lot of people think it's the new normal now. So now this card's going for 350 raw because they want to chase that 10. Um, but I don't know. It's just shill bidding, just to bring up the price of that card. I'm sure that person who bought that card had 20 of them, and now he just brought up the price, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I also agree that it's super unfortunate, and I hope that that stuff doesn't begin to happen because what's going to happen is someone is eventually going to pull a trigger on that and end up holding a bag that does not exist. So, just a forewarning to hopefully somebody can get this little tidbit at the end of our video.
Yeah.
Be careful, be smart, be a little patient, do your research, because sometimes the Pokemon market moves up very quickly, and that isn't a real movement. So if you just ride that wave, you could get yourself in trouble. So just know what you're purchasing before you click buy. Uh, do some research, have a price in mind that you want to get a certain card at because you've studied the market already. Don't just click on eBay and see a card and buy it because you think it looks. I mean, you can if you want to just collect it, but if you're talking investing wise, be careful. Do your
Yeah.
research.
That card just gave everyone FOMO. They were passing on it because they thought $80 was too much on a virtually free card. Um, but you just you gotta read the market, set the price that you're happy with, and then go for it. At $350 at that card, yeah, it might go up, and it probably is a good investment ish, very long term. But you're gonna be holding that card for a while,
So
because
to see a solid return.
yeah. So I mean, if that's your favorite card, get it. If you want to flip, then wait till the special delivery Charizard comes out. That Pikachu might dip down a little bit, and then pull the trigger. But 350 for a card when last 2 weeks ago was $80. Don't get a case of FOMO and just try to buy the card for 350 because
That's what I'd say too. I
that
mean, what
price
are
will
we
change.
talking about here? We're talking about a card that was given to you for free for
Yeah,
making a purchase on something that you knew you were gonna get versus like some of the hottest cards out right now, Charizard V Secret Rare, Charizard V Max Secret Rare, Pikachu Big Chunky Chew Secret Rare. That's what we're comparing it to right now,
yeah,
which is like Chunky Pikachu's population and pull rate is so low. That's a hard rare card of a great Pokemon who is the face of Pokemon essentially in a rare version, and it's going for about the same as the delivery Pikachu raw. That is crazy to me. That makes zero sense. Be smart. This
bro.
market is moving in mysterious ways.
I just think that person who bought the card or theoretically bought that card had 20 of them, and now he just made money because a lot of people got FOMO. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, potentially. I don't even think it was a real buy. I mean, I know we were talking earlier in the week and you were telling me something about somebody had said that they sold the card for $8,000 and that payment never came through and they still have the card.
Hmm.
So just because it says sold for on eBay doesn't mean it's sold for. And when we're talking about crazy sales like that, it's very important to dig deeper, do your research like Rob did, find out, oh, that wasn't even a real sale. So if the $8,000 sale didn't really go through, I doubt the $14,000 sale really went through. I mean, let's just be realistic about it. That card PSA 10 is probably should be priced around the $1,000 to $2,000 range, and that's still crazy
Yeah.
because it was a free card.
Yeah.
That's still crazy. But no, not 14,000. So just be smart. I just want to bring that up because it was what a lot of people were talking about this week. Um, anything else you want to talk about, Rob?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome, guys. Thank you very much. You know what to do. Collectors out.